All right, you guys. So the CPI data came out, and it is he did not surprise, right? So he did not diverge from the plan, and basically what he said is that it's all going to be data driven. He avoided the word recession heavily. He hates the word recession, and so he says we're not in a recession yet, and so on and so forth. And you could see from the time when I started making the video, there you've got your run up on the SPY. It actually broke right through that 399, which is more bullish than expected. And so what you're looking for now is the continuation pattern. You can see that Bitcoin followed right along with it. You saw where I started the first video, and then you had the rip up, and now just like the SPY broke that 399, you're getting this. Well, right here, people are selling into this rally. But you're looking for that continuation pattern, right? And so the SPY is kind of at this good level here. It finally got over that 399, and I can delete that now. And so now, basically, what you're looking for is tomorrow you have Meta earnings, and so Facebook, when they report, that can move the market as well. So you want to pay attention to Meta earnings. And so if Meta has poor forward guidance, if they guide down, then basically that could slow this whole rally down. Okay, so the next play is, this will kind of probably sell back off, but you would watch for Meta, right? So Meta, which is Facebook, when they report, if they don't create a massive selling on the SPY, then you would have a long entry at that point, okay? Because moving forward, then Thursday, Friday, you'll look for that continuation pattern, and you could be back up here to that 414, 415 on the SPY in a very short period of time. And so what that would do is that would create, like I talked about in the video 20 minutes ago, that will create this kind of a move. You may not see that 22,000 visited again, but you may see something more like this, right? And then you consolidate in there, and then what you're going to see is the continuation pattern Monday, Tuesday, boom. Okay, and so then that's where all the people get super bullish, and they'll forget that Bitcoin is a risk-on asset, right? And so that's why that's the next big short opportunity, because as the SPY is going to probably gain a lot of bullish momentum over the upcoming couple days if Meta doesn't report poorly, then what you're going to see is this movement and this bullishness in the crypto people who don't really understand that it's still a risk-on asset, and it's not like institutions are feeling certain. So part of Powell's discussion today was to point out, in the macro economy, there's never been more uncertainty. So just keep that in mind, is that this does not mean that Bitcoin is going to run up to 30,000 or something like that. Basically, you may even see it just run up here and then kind of die off. It really depends on what's happening with the traditional market. And so in the short term, what I'll be looking for is this little move here. So if we break this down, I'm looking for this to kind of set up one of these, like this flagpole, right? Boom. I'm waiting for it to kind of come back down here and do that. That's kind of the short run without being very exact. But so if you were to set an order, you'd probably set an order. I like to catch the wick, so I'll be saying somewhere right around there, would be where I would be trying to, without being overly precise, just a general rule of what I'll be looking for if I was going to long. I'd be saying someplace right around there, I would be looking to potentially long on leverage, and then I'd be taking profit because I'm not greedy on it. You know, I'd be like, okay, look, that's 5%. So that pattern could very well play out. You'll see that selling come in. A lot of people would enter long right here, right? That would be the first thing. You could enter long on like a ETF, a kucoin ETF. You could enter long here because there's less risk. But if you wanted to get a little bit more risky and try to hit the Bitget, you could do something like that and then wait for that continuation. And so anyway, that's what's up. That's the update. It was not a lot of news as far as what Powell said. And real quick, I'll scan through this stuff. So yeah, dollar's down. That's, you know, based on today's stuff. VIX is down, so that's good as far as, you know, you're not going to see a crash. This is still inverted. The 10-year. This here, remember. So this is your 10-year, right? So if the 10-year Treasury starts to rip, move to the upside, then at that point, that's going to move all your growth sectors. That's going to move, is it XLK? So you can see the tech sector moves with Bitcoin very, very well. And so the 10-year Treasury and the technology sector here, XLK, they kind of move inverse. So if you see that the and this is a good leading indicator. So if you were to say, okay, let's look over here at TNX, and you're like, well, look right here, pullback, good for tech. So we saw the pullback that was with the Tesla earnings. Now it's really hitting a low. So you would keep an eye on this. If you see this over the next day or two start to come back up, that's going to be bad for Bitcoin. No one's telling you that. That's the real shit. So, what else is in here real quick? Tesla's ripping. Look at that. Yeah, Tesla's doing good. Yeah. That's Germany right here. Even they're looking pretty good today. So yeah, that's pretty much it in a, you know, with the quickness. Let's check out one last thing. So you got wheat is down, and then oil. Yeah, so oil, I don't anticipate anything happen with that. I might enter into options play if we hit that 94.45. But yeah, that's what to expect over the next couple days, and you know, basically waiting at this point to hit your long somewhere around here or here if it's on Bitget. All right, peace.